The 2000s are back. Loud, messy, and pop culture at its height might be among the things that you might associate with this important era in history. Pixar's latest feature, Turning Red, takes its own spin on the idea of what it was like to navigate the early 2000s as a teenager, showing that things haven't changed so much after all in the last 2 decades. I'm Adrian with ChannelFrederator, and here are 107 facts about Turning Red. Spoilers for the incoming cuteness. Number 1. Director and co-writer Domee Shi is Pixar's first solo female director. Technically speaking, this honor goes to Brenda Chapman, who directed Brave, but the mantle of director was eventually taken over by Mark Andrews. But hey, the honor of Pixar's first movie with a female lead still goes to Brave, and both movies' leads have red hair, and it's scientifically proven that redheads are cooler. Number 2. Turning Red is the first Pixar movie with a female Asian lead. Number 3. It's also the first Pixar movie to be directed by a woman of Asian descent. Number 4. Production of the movie took 4 years. Development began in 2018 following Domee Shi's pitch the year prior. Number 5. This is the first Pixar movie with a key leadership consisting of women. Number 6. The movie's events take place in May 2002. Number 7. The red panda is a metaphor for growing up and how that transition happens. Number 8. The story is a semi-autobiographical retelling of director Domee Shi's experiences in early youth and adolescence. Some of the events in the movie are based in reality, like Domee Shi's mom showing up outside of her school as seen with Ming in the beginning of the movie. Number 9. During early development, Mei Lin was first called Fei Fei. A subtle hint to that could be Ming's nickname for Mei, which is Mei Mei. Number 10. The movie pays homage to anime in its characters' expressions and in the acting. Number 11. Mr. Gao is voiced by the iconic James Hong, who's also appeared as Poe's adopted father, Mr. Ping, in the Kung Fu Panda movies. There really must be something about pandas that attract him. Also, calling out the writer because James Hong was also the advisor in Mulan, which is a kind of a better connection because Disney, you know, whatever. Number 12. Mei Lin's school is named for Lester B. Pearson, the Canadian Prime Minister whose policies of promoting bilingualism and encouraging a multicultural society bore fruit in the characters, including writer-director Domee Shi's lives. Following the movie's climax, a blue jay is seen perched on a fence in the foreground near the destroyed Sky Dome. This is a reference to the Sky Dome, now known as the Rogers Centre, which is the home stadium for the Toronto Blue Jays, a Major League Baseball team. Number 14. Remember the Pizza Planet truck we talked about last time? Staying true to tradition, it makes another appearance here and is seen as Mei runs to the Sky Dome. Number 15. There were a lot of movie title ideas floating around in the writer's room, some of which we wish would have been picked as the final title. Here are some of our favorites of the bunch: Panda Prime, Notorious RPG, aka Notorious Red Panda Girl, and My Neighbor Toronto. You can definitely tell the Canada and Studio Ghibli love shining through with that one. Number 16. Unsurprisingly, the movie was inspired by both the Studio Ghibli movie My Neighbor Totoro, about a giant fluffy animal, and Disney's Goofy movie about growing up and having a life of your own. Maybe life would have been a little more bearable if we were fluffy animals. Number 17. Speaking of bears, red pandas are not part of the bear family like black and white pandas. Red pandas are part of their own taxonomic family, meaning that they're not really bears and not quite regular pandas either. Number 18. There is a clownfish sticker in one of the bathroom stalls at May's school, symbolizing Finding Nemo. Number 19. When May's grandma sees the searchlights from the Four Town concert, she says, 4 is the worst number. The number 4 is considered unlucky in Chinese culture as it sounds similar to the word death in both Mandarin and Cantonese. Number 20. According to producer Lindsay Collins, part of the development process early on included the crew bringing in their middle school yearbooks and sharing stories of awkward moments in their lives. This also included parents among the movie's team who'd share their bad parenting moments. Number 21. The temple in the movie was inspired by the Bokkai Temple, a historical landmark in Marysville, California that was built by the local Chinese community in 1880. A special thanks is made in the credits. Number 22. The movie's technical supervisor, Susan Fong, is a type 1 diabetic. In accordance with Disney's initiative for real-life representation, there are 2 characters in the movie wearing diabetes technology in the form of a continuous glucose monitor. Number 23. The 2 panda statues outside the temple are called Bart and Lisa after the characters from The Simpsons. That leaves the question about Maggie's whereabouts. Number 24. The red pandas guarding Mei Lin's family temple are based on Buddhist neo-guardians. One has its mouth open, the other closed, symbolizing the birth and death of all things. Number 25. This is Pixar's 25th feature movie. Number 26. A lunar eclipse actually occurred on May 26, 2002, one day after the events of the movie's climax. Number 27. In reality, this eclipse was actually a penumbral eclipse, and so the moon would not have appeared red. The eclipse was also not visible from Toronto. Number 28. The moon incantation is performed in the Lee's native language, which is Cantonese. Number 29. This is the first Pixar movie where an on-screen character breaks the fourth wall to narrate. Number 30. Although this is Domishi's feature-length directorial debut, Domishi is already an Oscar-winning director from her work on Bao. Number 31. She's also a member of Canada's sizable Chinese-descended population, and the movie's focused on them just like her short Bao. Number 32. Near the start of the movie, a restaurant named Bao Restaurant with the same writing as the short's logo can be seen. Number 33. Much like how Enrico Casarosa based Luca on his childhood in Italy, Domishi based Turning Red on her childhood growing up in Canada, and Ming being based on her own mother. Number 34. In fact, this is the first Pixar movie to take place in Canada. Number 35. The boy that May fawns over at school is wearing a sweater from the rock band Escapula from the movie Coco. Number 36. Director Domishi took inspiration from 4 Japanese anime: Fruits Basket, Ranma 1/2, Sailor Moon, and Inuyasha. The first 2 in particular share themes of adolescence and transformations in wacky situations. Gotta spread the anime love. Number 37. When May is first introduced walking down the street, the camera zooms in on her flute case, and one can see all the various references as evidence that this movie takes place in the early 2000s, such as stickers about Y2K A-OK and Saving the Whales, which was a serious environmental crisis in the early 2000s. Number 38. The movie features 2 hidden Mickeys. One can be seen in some donut holes, another one can be seen in some balloons at Tyler's party. Number 39. Miriam's skateboard has stickers of Buzz Lightyear's logo and socks in it, which gives a reference to Pixar's upcoming Lightyear movie. Number 40. The vampire romance novel carried around by Priya is a parody of Stephanie Meyer's Twilight book series, which was popular in the early 2000s and later adapted into a 2008 feature movie starring Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. Considering that there are red pandas in the movie, what are the odds of vampires existing in the same universe? Number 41. Boy bands play a big role for the movie's characters. The song used in the official movie trailer was It's Gonna Be Me by the popular boy band NSYNC. Number 42. The white outfits Four Town wear at their concert echo the Backstreet Boys' look on the cover of their Millennium album. Four Town's appearance on stage in Birdcages also is reminiscent of NSYNC's No Strings Attached album, where they're also controlled, though not as birds, but marionettes. Number 43. The songs of Four Town were written by Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas O'Connell. Number 44. When they were approached by the movie's team, they were asked for 3 specific song types with the explicit call to have each song be written as if the band was speaking directly to May and her friends. Number 45. Phineas O'Connell can be heard singing in the movie as Four Town member Jesse. Number 46. Aside from O'Connell, 2 other members of Four Town are voiced by professional singer-actors, those being Jordan Fisher, who voices Robert, and Josh Levi, who voices Aaron Z. Number 47. In the UK version, singer-songwriter Anne-Marie makes a cameo as Lauren, a classmate of May's. Number 48. Attention Four Townies. The song Nobody Like You became the number 1 on the Spotify Global Viral Songs chart. Number 49. This is Pixar's 3rd feature movie after Soul and Luca not to feature a voice performance from John Ratzenberger. Ratzenberger had previously voiced the character in each of Pixar's first 22 movies, his voice last appearing in Onward. Number 50. This is the first Disney animated movie to be released on March 11th ever since The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh 45 years prior. Number 51. Do you know these cute little things? May's electronic pet Robert Jr. is a Tamagotchi, which was a very popular toy in the early 2000s, which is when the movie's set. And now, please feed your Tamagotchi. Number 52. Considering the name of her Tamagotchi, we can safely assume that Robert is May's favorite band member. We can't blame her. Anyone would swoon over a handsome, talented boy talking to us in French. Maybe that's why she's been taking those French lessons at school. Number 53. At approximately 44 minutes and 28 seconds into the movie, a girl much resembling Riley from Inside Out can briefly be seen. She pushes Tyler out of the ticket line. Number 54. The family's nickname for Mei Lin, Mei Mei, is also Mandarin for little sister. Number 55. This is the 3rd Pixar movie to be released exclusively on Disney Plus after Soul and Luca. Even though the movie was initially supposed to get a theatrical release, it eventually went directly from the theatrical release to an exclusive debut on Disney Plus. Understandably, considering the current ongoings right now, but much to the disappointment of Pixar staffers. Number 56. Despite its exclusive streaming release, Turning Red became the #1 movie premiere in Disney Plus's history. Number 57. This marks Ludwig Göransson's first music score in an animated Disney Pixar feature movie. He previously composed for the animated Disney short Inner Workings and for works like Black Panther, The Mandalorian, and The Book of Boba Fett. Number 58. This is the 4th Pixar movie to have a music score composed by a non-recurring composer. Number 59. The tall skyscraper often seen in the background throughout the movie is the CN Tower in Toronto, Canada. The tower offers public tours and has functioning lights that get used to display a variety of distinct color codes for various holidays, charity causes, and events. Number 60. This movie marks the second time Sandra Oh voiced a character in a Disney feature film. She previously provided the speaking voice for Namaari's mother, Virana, in Raya and the Last Dragon, and for Princess Tingting in Mulan 2. Number 61. While running back home from school in her red panda form, May briefly stops by the Daisy Mart to ogle Devon and starts thumping her foot like Thumper in Bambi. Number 62. When May was walking to school with her beanie on, her backpack had a label saying Bag Sport, similar to Jansport, which is a label for backpacks and collegiate apparel. Number 63. One of May's books bears a sticker resembling the rabbit from Pixar's animated short movie Burrow. Number 64. May turning into a red panda is similar to how Jack Jack turns into a monster in Pixar's other movie, The Incredibles 2. Both are children who transform into red beasts when they feel certain emotions. Number 65. This is the first Disney Pixar movie since Inside Out to not feature a main antagonist, which doesn't count with May's mother Ming, who would later reform herself near the ending of the movie. Number 66. A post-credits scene reveals May's father Jin is a closeted Fort Town fan. Like father, like daughter. Number 67. Ming makes May porridge with a happy face on it, a tribute to the happy porridge scene in Mulan. Number 68. Ming's house number is 234, which is the same house number of the Davis' second house as revealed in Toy Story 3. Number 69. Tyler's party has boxes from Pizza Planet, a family restaurant in Toy Story. Number 70. A Disney Plus behind-the-scenes documentary entitled Embrace the Panda, The Making of Turning Red was released alongside the movie. Number 71. When May jumps over a cable car while on her way to the Fort Town concert, she jumps in a similar manner to a pose that Makoto Kono does in the official poster for the 2006 anime movie The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Number 72. Concept art and snippets shown in the official trailer and Embrace the Panda Making Turning Red reveal a cutscene that featured May and her friends protesting in school against littering. Number 73. The Nobody Like You music video shows that Priya's last name is Dewan and Miriam's is Wexler. However, the Pixar website says that the last names are Mangal and Mendelsohn, respectively. Number 74. Rosalie Chiang, the voice of May, was originally meant to be a temporary scratch voice until Domi Shi and producer Lindsay Collins could find a more fitting take. However, once the script was finalized, she and Collins liked Chiang's take enough to keep her on as the permanent voice of May. Number 75. During a 2020 recording session, she suddenly surprised Chiang with an additional script page in which she, reading in character as Ming, offered Chiang the role of May. Number 76. An early version of the movie had a bigger family scale, focusing on more family members in May's family. The first version of the story included a cousin that was May's rival, and the movie was about a generational family feud rather than about puberty. While there were many new, now scrapped characters in that version, the opposite is true too. In the initial draft, May's grandmother was dead and her funeral was shown. Number 77. There was also a gangster character named Benny Blacktooth who was going to take over the temple, which had fallen onto hard times. The idea was based on talks with San Francisco Chinatown experts about warring Chinatown gangs. But similar to the family feud, the idea was deemed too complicated for a movie that was meant to be about magical puberty and got scrapped. But Benny stuck around for various iterations of the movie. Number 78. Throughout the early development stages of the movie, May's size in her adorable red panda form would have varied, based on the intensity of her emotions. The bigger she would be, in turn, decided how feral she'd look. Though that's hard to imagine because, look at her. Can you really imagine this cute, fluffy creature looking feral? You just kind of want to cuddle it. Number 79. Not only would May have had to deal with a big family feud and gangsters in the story's first version, but the dynamic between her and her mother would have been completely different than in the final movie. Instead of trying to convince May to let go of her inner panda for her own well-being, in this version of the movie, her mom was happy that May turned into a panda. This is because the panda was a good luck charm for the temple, which had fallen on hard times, so her mom wanted to monetize her. Number 80. This may sound as strange from the Ming we see in the actual movie, but parts of the idea were kept in. May and her friends are seen monetizing her panda form as part of the plan to earn enough money for tickets to Fort Town's concert, but this is something that May herself agreed to. This direction for Ming was scrapped due to Domi Shi feeling it made her too much of a one-note villain. Number 81. Overall, there were 8 different versions of the movie. Number 82. The handshake that May and her friends do was based on a handshake between Will and his friend Jazz from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Number 83. Priya is implied to be queer, which is confirmed by layout artist and movie's cultural trustee, Andrea Go. There's a brief scene at Tyler's party where Priya is seen dancing with another girl in close proximity. Number 84. Each member of Fort Town has their own role and personality. According to director Domi Shi, Tae Young is the cute one, Aaron Z, not to be confused with Aaron T, is the sporty and stoic one, And Aaron T is a goofball who likes to play pranks on his bandmates, whereas Robert is most likely one to have a solo career after the boy band dissolves. And surprisingly, Jesse is older than the other band members and already has 2 kids. Number 85. Taeyoung's favorite animal, as seen in the movie, are doves. Number 86. Aaron Z is Tyler's favorite boy band member because of their shared Blasian background, and he sees himself in him. Number 87. As with any popular boy band, there's always bound to be behind-the-scenes drama, and boy do we have some juice for you. According to Domi Shi, there's a rivalry between Aaron Z and Robert, but you didn't hear this from us. Number 88. Did you also wonder why there are 5 members while the band has the number 4 in its name? While there's no real explanation beyond that it was meant to be just a joke, one possible explanation is that May's love for a group of 4 put a spin on her and her mom's dynamic because of the bad meaning of the number 4 in their culture. Number 89. One of 2 other explanations given by the director is that the band name could have been inspired by the fact that all band members were born on the 4th of a different month. Number 90. The second explanation perhaps being that the band did originally consist of only 4 members, but they decided against changing the band logo after a 5th member joined in order to save money. Well, with the likelihood of Robert going solo and leaving the group, there might not be a need to change the logos after all. Number 91. Ming's question to May as to whether the red peony bloomed serves as an allegory for a woman's menstruation. Number 92. Funnily enough, one of the movie title ideas was PMS, which is an abbreviation for premenstrual syndrome, which is the name for symptoms that women can experience before they reach their period. Number 93. Time for some math lessons. The solutions for the 3 algebra exercises on May's sheet are answers 2, 3, and 1 respectively. While technically speaking, option number 3 in the first task is correct as well, the task explicitly asks for the smaller solution, which is -5. Number 94. May is 8 foot tall in her panda form. Number 95. When May was holding her presentation in front of her parents, she was wearing her mother's blazer. Number 96. You might think that the choice for a red panda in a movie by a Chinese-Canadian woman exploring her culture and upbringing is a no-brainer. Red pandas do live in the eastern Himalayas, including places like China, Bhutan, and Nepal, but as the director explained, there's more that informed the decision for this animal in particular. In an interview, Domi Shi compared red pandas to human teenagers. Well, minus the fluffiness perhaps. To quote her, red pandas are very attached to their moms. They sleep all day and they eat bamboo, but they're not supposed to eat bamboo. So it's just like a lazy teenager just eating chips and sleeping all day. The theme of attachment and the search for your mother's approval is strongly present throughout the movie, mainly in the relationship between May and her mother Ming, but also between Ming and her own mother. Number 97. Red pandas also happen to be from an area where Domi Shi's family is, from the Sichuan province in China. Number 98. Domi Shi also considered the color patterns and their meaning woven into the movie's established dynamics. Panda's fur is red and white, 2 colors that are found in the flag of China as well as Canada. So if you've ever been looking for the perfect animal to embody your own Chinese-Canadian protagonist, you can't go wrong with a red panda. Number 99. To stay a bit on topic, colors play another important part in the movie. May was given the color of red, whereas her mother and the rest of the family were made green, making them opposites on the color wheel. The green color thus symbolizes their dissociation from their own inner red pandas, whereas Mei Lin learned to embrace hers. Number 100. May's room is colored in emerald green like her mother, representing how entrenched May was in the world created by her mother. This is in contrast to places outside of her room, which are more colorful and are places where May can be herself. Number 101. The color red is a popular color in Chinese culture, symbolizing luck, joy, and happiness. Number 102. Red pandas represent themes of independence, balance, and security. All of these are themes that May and her family are seen struggling with. Number 103. According to supervising animator Aaron Hartline, his favorite fun fact about red pandas is that they put up their hands whenever they're startled. This was incorporated into the movie where May puts up her hands whenever she's scared. Number 104. Abby Park was inspired by Domi Shi's real-life friend Hain Park, who voices Abby in the movie. She also worked as a storyboard artist at Pixar. Number 105. The Pixar ball can be seen in the pool during Tyler's party. Number 106. The tickets for the Four Town concert feature the classroom number A113, which appears in other Pixar movies. Number 107. This is the 3rd Disney animated movie of the 2020s to be produced in a 1.85:1 aspect ratio after Luca and Encanto. Did you enjoy our list? What fact do you think we missed? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're there, like and subscribe to see more great videos every week. And remember, Frederator loves you.